And you're live with Archie Luxury, aka Paul Pluta, aka Pontiff's Pontiff, aka Governor's Governor. And we're live today. This is Saturday in Australia, but it's Friday night in America. How are you, my good friend, Clive?
Great. How about yourself, Paul? Or sorry, Archie?
America's favorite pro bono lawyer. How is it going? Tell me this.
Oh, I went to an all-day CLE about advanced DUI defense, and God, it was, geez. Towards the afternoon, it was a struggle towards the afternoon. So thank God they had coffee.
Struggle, coffee. Yes, yes, I do understand that, Clive. Clive, I got some really exciting news today.
And what is that?
I've got a new thing called Super Chat.
Huh, what's Super Chat?
Well, Super Chat, if you look at the normal screen for this live show, there's a little $sign, and you can make donations as we are doing the show.
So, like, if someone wanted to pay you immediately to...
ask a question.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Like I can say hello to Mr. Simon Coward. Hello, Mr. Simon Coward. I love you too.
Richard E. Cox, The Thrill of Agony.
Click the $sign and donate now, and we will discuss any topic you want about wristwatches.
And of course, I've got the second screen going with the MacBook, so I can keep track. Halfway look over and keep track of the chat. So nice. So you just got up. What have you done so far this morning?
Look, I got to tell you the truth. There, I've been scouring the week to talk about topics on Wristwatch Talk, and I got to tell you, I got a topic for us, Clive.
And
hello, Clive.
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. What's the topic?
Okay, you're a great fan of gold watches, correct?
Who's not a big fan of gold watches?
Okay. You know, you've got a bark finish president, don't you?
No, well, aftermarket bark finish. Now, it's an 1803.
Yeah.
But so it's got the pipe hand dial, but someone went through and had it had the middle bracelet barked, or afterwards to simulate a bark bracelet, which is kind of common, I understand, during the time since Rolex couldn't make the barks quickly enough for the American market.
Oh, so it's actually an aftermarket bark bracelet.
Yes, it's an aftermarket Mexican made bark bracelet, made in Mexico. In their attempt to escape import taxes, visas.
Yes,
but in a way, I kind of like it because I have the bark bracelet. I like the bracelet, but I hate the bark bezel. This way, it's the best of both worlds. Okay,
they've got a new. I don't know if you're aware of this. There's a new finish, and I want to show this to the audience here. I want to show this. They've got a new type of finish, and it's what they call, I'm going to bring this up now. There's a new finish that's come out, okay? It's like, you know how you had bark, right? Bark was a 70s thing. Royal Oak has got this new thing, which is actually called frosted, Royal Oak frosted gold. Have you ever heard of this?
No, I've heard of frosted flakes.
So basically, it's the surface. You see, the surface is a special, it looks like frosted ice.
Okay.
So it's frosted. They did this frosted finish, and
so it's like a rough textured finish, basically.
Yeah. It's supposed to look like ice. Like frosted snow. That's what I mean. Ice. We're not talking about crack cocaine or anything. We're talking about We are talking about this snow. Snow. We're not talking crystal meth.
Right. What do you have your browser open to? I think you've got it open to the wrong window, by the way.
Shit.
That's why I use two computers. No.
Yeah.
There we go.
Frosted. What do you think of this frosted? The thing I don't like about the frosted is, Clive, how would you fix that up if you scratched the shit out of it or something?
It'd be well, you wouldn't be able to. They'd have to do it at the factory. Basically, it's the same thing as any unpolished surface. Really, I don't think you could go in and just fix it just here and there. I don't think there'd be any spot. I don't think if you could do it in spots, I think the whole thing would have to be redone.
That sounds rather expensive and tricky. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Swiss don't overcharge for repairs at all. What are you talking about? Hashtag sarcasm.
Yes. Hashtag sarcasm. Hashtag. That's the big problem. Like, I like a polished surface because it can be polished again. But how do you fix this?
You got the wrong window open again. You got the wrong window.
Okay, sorry. I'm just
because I can't see. I can see your web page as your phone.
Okay. That's okay. Sorry. I've got to make sure I don't have Pornhub on as I'm doing this. You know.
Exactly.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Google censor. That was a joke. Speaking of which, you know that new great system we've got there of donations, Clive. I got to be honest with you. No one's actually sent a brass razoo to me yet. Who wants to be the first to ask Archie a super chat question?
Well, Blazing Mark actually was on the Brisbane Watch Forum and had a question concerning a Rolex Milgauss, but I don't see him right. Actually, I think he's in the car right now. So,
okay.
Well, and of course, there's only 30 people watching right now anyway.
Jesus, this is pretty hard. I thought this was going to be. That's why I woke up with such enthusiasm. We were going to make a fortune, Clive.
Well, it would kind of help if you posted something live chat coming at. I think it's possible you put something and give advance notice, so that way everyone who turns to the channel will say, "Oh, here in 4 hours they're doing a live stream."
Okay.
Just a thought. Do with it what you will. Oh,
yes.
We're up to 35.
35. So I got to tell you, Clive, I've made a few videos this week. I don't know if you saw some of the videos.
I have best wristwatch complications.
Yeah, what did you think of that?
Good. It was, put a lot more thought and effort into it, being a little bit more thoughtful, kind of like the Archie of yore.
Did you see? I just posted one last night. Have you ever had a watch hangover? Ever get sick of wristwatches and fellow collectors?
Yeah, I did see that one. Now you posted one, and I'll have to go back and look at it. It was a fairly recent one, and
I posted another one. Why don't any Rolex dealers have any steel sports watches in stock?
No, wristwatch garbage. What are the useless complications on a watch?
Yep, that was a fairly good one too.
Well, I'll go back. I want to make sure I'm correct in what I'm saying, but after looking at it, now there was one that appeared to be nothing but footage from an AD.
Yeah, that was in Sydney. That's right, the Sydney footage. Did you like that?
Yeah, it was nice. Now, I didn't have time to catch up on Grubel 4C because, actually I was cleaning house actually a little bit last night. So
yeah, I don't know if you know about Grubel 4C, but they are super expensive.
Never heard of it before.
The cheapest one on Chrono 24 is $350,000 at the moment.
What? Why? Why would what? How could they justify that much on a watch?
That's right. They make tourbillons, quadruple tourbillons, things like that.
Worth the money, or are they just simply Veblen goods or Veblen goods? Or are they just simply conspicuous consumption? Look at me. I've got enough. I have this much surplus money that I can spend this much on a watch. Which is it? Deserved or undeserved?
That's exactly it, Clive. That's the way it goes there. That company, Google Forsey, they've only been in business for about 20 years.
Okay.
And their watches are like, I've always thought tourbillon was a big wank. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my honest opinion. I've always thought tourbillon was a bullshit wank. Okay.
Right. Correct.
I never really saw the value of it.
Just a complication, just for the sake of a complication, just something unnecessarily expensive and complicated just to show off.
That's correct. I don't know. It's kind of makes Patek look like a Seiko. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you. I think if you had 350,000, surely you just get some Pateks, wouldn't you, or what? Am I being wrong in saying that, or
especially with the lack of history with the company? Does it really have any prestige other than the fact that it makes super expensive watches, or not?
Well, they make a lot of tourbillon models, okay?
Okay.
And they are super cool, but I mean, I've always thought tourbillon was a bit of a wank.
Unnecessary, unjustified, overly expensive wank.
Exactly.
Give us a quick wristwatch check.
Okay, wristwatches, wristwatches. I'm wearing the Bregster. And you know what happened to me yesterday? I was walking in the house and I bloody dropped my Breguet. I dropped it. Have you ever had that? You know, I'm taking the NATO off, just wandering around. I was doing like this, just thinking of something else. And the fucking thing slipped off. Look, Clive, it slipped off. It slipped off. I was so lucky. I was walking on concrete, but it fell onto the welcome mat at my home.
Oh, thank God.
And just slid off onto the concrete, but I can't see a scratch on it. So, don't you hate that? Don't you really, really hate that? You drop your, you're just taking it off.
No, I haven't. I've juggled it I've juggled one a couple of times, but I never actually dropped one. Or if I have, it's been on carpet. Carpet's not so bad.
Yeah.
Stone, on the other hand, a brick, yes.
Now, I don't understand. No one has taken us up on the super chat. Why is that, Clive?
Well, because they didn't know about the super chat until about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but they could send $1 and chat to us. You know, we get our... I don't understand this super chat. Why isn't it working?
Okay. Well, Matthew M., look. Matthew M. has a question. So Matthew...
but we can't answer that.
No.
Super chat.
No. But Matthew, you could literally send a couple of bucks on super chat.
And then we'll talk about it. Because we want the first person on super chat.
Right. Do. Come on, Matthew. Look.
Super chat. We want super chat. Super chat, guys. Super chat. Tell me what's going on. Super chat.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he wants informed consent. He wants to be able to do. Oh, here we go. What does the super chat do? Schnicken fartso.
It just gives us a couple bucks.
$2.
Okay. It gives us a couple bucks. That's what it does.
Greek guy, and I don't know how to say that in Greek. Actually, the most recent ex-garbage fire. Campway knows Greek.
Oh, you got $2. We got Shikon. What does Super Chat do? Super Chat is why. That puts a smile on my face. Do you see that, Clive? In the comment section, did you see that?
I told you. I literally told you just now. I told you. I mean, Play back the
Super Chat. Now, what's his question? What does Super Chat do? Super Chat is the greatest way to talk to your YouTube heroes, Archie and Clive.
And it also highlights it. It also puts you on top of everybody else.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it is so colorful that it even catches Archie's attention on the chat, and we know how much trouble Archie has paying attention to the chat. So yeah,
exactly.
So I think okay. So we've explained what Super Chat does. Thanks for the $2.
Thanks for the $2. That's right.
Now, does anyone have a? Now, if anyone has a quick watched question, like for $5, I mean, this is the pot of on air for $5. Watch question. Someone was actually sending us a question about a Rolex. It's just like, really, you want to spend thousands of dollars on a watch, but you don't want to spend $5? Come on. Oh, okay. Simon Paris. Okay. Are you drunk again, by the way?
Sorry?
Are you drunk again?
No, I haven't drunk anything today. I just woke up.
Well, now, if anyone wants to send you something for Super Chat and say, take a drink, you'll take a drink for $5, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yep. So, guys, it's either going to be boring or it's going to be fun. It's all up to you.
It's all up to you, yes. So, Clive, what did you think of that frosted gold? I think that'd be an absolute bitch to repair.
I think if you got a safe queen, it'd be great. Otherwise, yeah, I'd be even more worried about taking that out in the wild.
Yeah, you'd have to kit gloves. But I mean, it's a nice finish. I do like the frosted, but if anything happened to it, I think it's very delicate. It's like having a Rolex painted with a Nico pen. You know a Nico pen?
Yes.
A Sharpie pen, and then you just scratched it, walked by. I've taken. That's how careful you'd have to be with it.
Okay, Simon Paris brings up a good point for Super Chat.
Just got $5 in. Michael Boggs, Speedmaster, man on the moon. Okay, here's his question. Speedmaster, man on the moon, ceramic no date sub, and a Batman. Where do I go next? Maybe nowhere. I think this might be the perfect trio. What more do you need? Now, Clive, I don't know about you, but I think that is three perfect steel stunners. You got the chronograph in the Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. It's also the most iconic chronograph ever made. You have got, you've also got the no date sub, the ultimate sports diver. This is the diver's diver, okay? And you got the Batman. Those three watches. When you say what else, well, there's always something else to add. Remember, you know you're dead when you're not craving a next wristwatch. Now you could go dress watch. Clive, what do you think? You could go. I'd love to say reverso. Add a reverso. That's your ultimate men's dress watch. I think you got enough Rolexes there. You have got 3 icons. You're going to add more icons. What other iconic watches could you add to that, Clive? Throw them at me, big boy.
Calatrava.
Woo! Yes, you could add that could be the Calatrava you possibly want to add in 20 years' time when you've got your 401k stocked up. I think a Reverso might be more affordable. What do you think? Like it's just
a little bit. It should be a little bit soft right now, especially if you keep. I've actually one of the things about the Brisbane Watch Forum. There are actually some people talking about snagging some incredible deals from them from both ADs and used jewelers. Yeah, and I have to admit, I am kind of warming up to the JLC. What I like about it, it almost looks like an heirloom from the last century. I mean, it's so retro. It's so retro is what I like about it.
Well, it's Art Deco. It's Art Deco, isn't it? It's Art Deco.
Yes. Yeah, but it's almost like something you could almost see that being from late 19th century or so. I mean, something. It's over the early 20th century. Something, an heirloom that was. It looks like it's an instant heirloom, I think. Oh, here we go. $10 Australian.
Okay, just hang on there. But I got to tell you just very quickly there. I would have to say, right, I got to be honest with you. I think if you want to add a fourth watch, look, you got 3 steel sports stunners, right? The Reverso would be the truest to form because it's a dress watch now. But originally, it originally came out as a sports watch for polo players in India. I mean, does it get more regal? Does it get more pompous? Does it get more fantastic than watches for polo players? So here we go, Clive. I've just put it on the screen here now. Here we go. That's my Reverso. Tell me that isn't the sexiest watch you could add in steel. Now, the reason I wouldn't go Calatrava, Clive, the Calatrava is...
That isn't the sexiest watch you could add in steel.
Okay. Why is that, Clive?
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Okay. I didn't get that joke, but anyhow. The Reverso is a sports watch. It's a steel stunner. It's just, I reckon that's iconic. Those would be 4 iconics. What other watch? If you don't like the Reverso, what else would I reckon those 3 you've got are killer. Those 3 are killer. You could stop there. You really could stop there.
Yeah.
I always have another watch suggestion to make. So that's just the genre that I am. I've always got the next one to steer you into. But I reckon those 3 steel stunners, absolute perfection.
Maybe an Oyster, maybe an OP.
No, he's got enough Rolex. And he can only get icons. He can only get icons.
I think an OP is an icon. Like
Oyster Perpetual.
Yeah, the original. The original.
Now,
Rolex.
Clyde, we've got another. We just had another super chat. Okay, so I got to say to you, Daniel, thank you so much for that very kind donation there. I really do appreciate it. We do appreciate that. That is a great way to go there. I would honestly say to you that, man, those 3 pieces, that is all you need. That is all you need. Nothing more you need. That is perfect. But if you wanted to add a 4th, I'd add a Reverso. Now, very quickly, the 4th, now, Clive. Hi, Archie and Clive. Enjoy the show. Looking forward to getting a Man on the Moon or a bluesy sub soon. This is from Brad Allen. Brad, thank you, Brad, so much. Really do appreciate it. What do you think, Clive? Bluesy or Man on the Moon? Now, these are the problem. These are 2 different priced watches, aren't they?
Well, and there's quite a bit of variation with the bluesy. I mean, purple, does he want pre-ceramic or ceramic?
These are 2 different price points. One's a diver, one's a manual chronograph, and one's a diver. They're 2 different price extremes there. I don't quite understand how that'd be. That's like saying, do I get a Chevy Malibu or do I buy a Mercedes AMG? What? I know they're both cars, but huh?
Well, no, it could be like maybe, like I said, maybe he's watched the shows. Maybe he's taken your advice before. Maybe he's seen the other films. Yes. And he's determining, maybe he's narrowed it down to these 2. And it could be, maybe he's more interested in the aesthetics and the complications of the watch, or the merits of the watch itself, rather than just the cash. It's not all about money.
No.
Maybe. So what do you think? I mean, Man on the Moon, I think, especially at Joma's shop, the online gray dealers, I think it'd be a cheaper one to get into. I think you're... Oh, that's right. He's Australian, so he'd have to pay import.
Possibly have to pay import if they didn't ship it as a sneaky way.
I don't think you go either wrong with... I don't think you can go wrong with either one of those, really.
They're iconic. They're classic. They're super cool.
And God knows the Man on the Moon. Oh, by the way, if someone wanted you to refer to it in the classic Archie style, could they send you a super chat for that?
Yes, they can. No problems at all.
So,
Actually, I think we will give him one because he sent $10. Okay, man on the fucking moon. There we go. He got one for $10.
Nice.
Look at that, $10 super chat. Super chat.
How much of a super chat would you accept to eat a gallon of ice cream in one sitting?
Actually, Clive, I'm working on the diet. Clive, don't tempt him. Don't tempt him. Don't tempt him.
How much of a super chat would you accept to not eat a gallon of ice cream?
Yes, they're really, these are cool people. These are cool. Super chat is the way to do things, I think, Clive.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. I personally, I like the Bluesy sub.
I would say if I was going for one out of the two, I reckon, I actually said this. I went down to Sydney, and there was a young guy who's he took me out for a few beers. In typical Archie style, he had to go soon. He had a date to go to, and he had a two-tone bluesy with the gold in the bracelet, no holes. One of the later ones before they went ceramic. And I said to him, you know, if you were just a one-watch person, I don't think you can go wrong with a two-tone bluesy sub. It covers all areas. It's a diver. It's a sports watch. It's waterproof. Thank you, Simon. If he won lotto, he'd give me some money. That's very kind. It's a diver. It's a sports watch. I think it's really, the bluesy is fantastic.
Sporty that also goes, I mean, that also can do dressy as well.
Yes, that's exactly right. Exactly it. Exactly.
But honestly, gel Hoffy, the gels are looking marvelous. I presume you're talking about the listing of gels. I appreciate that. Anyway, but on the other hand, if he's going to get them used, in a lot of ways, how do I put it? If you're going to get them secondhand, the market kind of develops or can dictate on which one becomes available first and which one is the better price for.
I want to ask you: when you go to a town, do you always look at the watch dealers? Do you go to new watch dealers yourself, Clive?
Oh, I've looked around once or twice, but to me, it's just like I'm not gonna get fisted by you. I don't want to take up your time.
Yeah, I'm a bit the same. That's why I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kick tires and just screw around. I mean, if I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna buy. Ain't no screwing around with that.
I must say, a lot of I had a friend of mine went to America on a holiday. He said there weren't many sports watches in ADs.
Oh. Someone wants to see the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, the Eiffel Tower.
And the other thing on the wall, but yeah, we'll do the tour later. I still have some picking up to do, but things come. Oh, hey, thanks for the quick advice. I'm a longtime fan and based all my buys on the Pontiff's advice. $5. No remorse yet. Okay. I'm 21. So yeah, someone sent $5 to say thanks. I'm 21 and in university at small risks. What watch to get? I'm not paying retail. No, you should. Is Tudor acceptable for someone my age? Yes.
Tudor is acceptable for someone anyone's age.
Absolutely. Yeah. And actually, yeah, you shouldn't pay retail, whether you're in university or not. I'd actually say maybe even vintage Rolex. If he has small wrists, I know this is more up.
36 mil Explorer 1.
True, but if he's in university, does he really need a sports watch? He'd be able to find a better deal on like 36 mil Explorer 1. But if he just wants a Rolex, a readable, usable timepiece, you can find a lot better deal on an OP or a Date than you can on an Explorer 1.
That's very true. Very true.
And, like I said, I had that OP Date 15200, I think, with the black dial and a really great bracelet. I thought that thing just straddled a lot. I thought that was casual and dressy. especially that combination. I think there's a lot of good buys out there in vintage, especially with OP, date, and date just. Just be careful and look, consider what you're buying. Don't just get the first thing that comes along.
Very, very good advice there. I would say the black bays are very, very good value. Very good value.
You know, maybe even a Tudor Prince.
You mean a vintage one?
Yeah, the vintage ones. Have you ever seen some of the linen dials on those Princes?
I've owned a few.
Okay. So don't you think for a young university student, something like that would be? It's almost under the it's hoterology, but it's a little bit under the radar, and you can always play it off as in it was a gift from, you know, Uncle Buck or Grandpa or whatever.
Yeah, I think Tudor is a great way to go. I love Tudor. Some of the ugly late 90s Tudor, you know, the Hydra Quest.
Oh yeah.
Hydranaut. They are stinkers. They are absolute. They are Tudors, but they are Tudors.
But on the other hand, if you're contrarian,
very affordable. Very affordable.
And if it's something, if you're funky fresh,
yeah.
and it's something, and that's something you like, then that's an excellent bargain. I just don't like it. It's just like it's like vanilla ice cream with walnuts.
What's wrong with vanilla ice cream and walnuts?
It's just not my favorite. I would not go out of my way to get vanilla ice cream with walnuts. That's old person ice cream, number one. I mean, remember when you were a kid going, you know, just like literally spitting out the nuts when, what the hell is this?
You didn't like walnuts?
Not in ice cream.
Okay.
That's
maybe
like
I am an
brickle.
old person then, hey?
Yeah, that's like butter brickle. That's like 50s and I mean, that's like in your 50s and 60s. Pelagos, and like I said, Pelagos, or even a what is it, Tudor Ranger? A Tudor Ranger might be good if you can find one, because it kind of has the almost the Explorer style and aesthetic to it, but and it also a little bit of a sporty Tudor.
Yes, yeah, I agree. I agree with you there, Clive.
A great deal on that. If I could find a I'd probably. So yeah, nothing wrong with Tudor, and I've
Tudor's a great brand.
I've come awfully close to pulling the trigger myself a couple of times.
What about the new bronze Tudor? Bit expensive. Anything too new is a bit expensive.
Well, and like I said, I could have got one. Well, like I said, back in May or June when I was in Arlington. I mean, I literally could have pulled the trigger on a bronze with a black dial for like maybe 31 or 32, but just decided against it at the last minute.
Wow.
I was already down to Dallas, and the guy wanted me to drive to Houston, and I'm like, no bueno, number one. I don't care if you am. And also I didn't like the weird wrist size on it. I think it was like 22 or 23 millimeters or something like that. So
yeah, that's a real bummer. That's a bummer, Clive.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, absolutely nothing wrong with, not a damn thing wrong with Tudor. Any other super chats for us, guys? Now, how's the quest for the diver, the pot of stiver, the holy diver? Ronnie James Dio, rest in peace. Is that still coming along, or is that just on the back burner for now while you practice being an adult?
Yes. I had some bills come in, Clive. You know, bills. But
yep. I understand.
Yeah,
and a little bit of a slow pace right now. So I might be going to Tulsa with almost nothing in the pocket. But that's fine, because guess what? I can still go up there. I love talking to Uber Oki. I can do transact some business with him. We end up talking in the car for like 30 minutes, going into horology or antiques. So I would just love to spend the day up there with him. And this next time I might actually take some good pictures of some of the other watches up there.
Yes. Clive, you're happy. We're happy to talk to people for even $2. $2 on Super Chat. You don't need to give big amounts of money. It's $2, $3. Make it weird amounts like $2.69, stuff like that. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it, Clive?
Right. Now, if you have, of course, more serious and personal introspective questions like the horns, like, do you want to ask Archie questions about the horns? Maybe start looking at $5. Do you have questions?
Maybe
$10 for the
Clive.
Clive about ladyboys.
Yes.
Ladyboy questions.
I'm actually going to be doing a live show with Suckerhorn today, John. Sorry, Clive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is that going to be next?
Yeah. If you don't mind, is that okay with you?
No, not at all. I'll get on the fist party.
Yeah. I thought you'd like that. I'm trying to get Suckerhorn into the. That's going to be on the Archie Luxury channel. Suckerhorn. Yes. He's been really missed. He's been badly missed.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, just out of interest, guys, I will be in Melbourne. If someone wants to catch up with me, Melbourne at Friday night, I might be available.
And people have asked me a lot of times. Suckerhorn is Ed McMahon. I'm barely Andy Richter. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Much respect to the
Okay,
Suckerhorn.
Clive, let's cut this one. I'm going to get the Suckerhorn on. Let's do it, hey? Oh, Mark Pfister's come in. Mark Pfister has sent £5. Mark Pfister.
Knee Alien BWF.
Mark Pfister.
Respect us, John. Respect us.
Yeah, we're going to do a show with John very soon. I like the Suckerhorn. He's cool. His Suckerhorn is very cool. Mark Pfister, thank you so much there, Mark Pfister. Any questions for Mark Pfister? Did Mark have a question?
No. Oh, yeah, he wanted you to pick your nose and eat it.
Huh? Mark Pfister?
Yeah, didn't he?
I don't know about that. Jesus Christ. Mark Pfister, anyhow, thank you so much. That's really great. Appreciated. So we're going to do a live show with the Suckerhorn. You want to see that? You're actually keen to see that, aren't you?
Yeah, actually, no. I mean, and part of the a lot of times you've had like the guy from Fistburg. What's his name? Loudmouth Tim. Don't you get mad? Or Mark Goldberg. It's like, no, I loved the live streams because I loved getting on and mixing it up with the guys on the live comments. That's actually one of my favorite parts. That's not being able to do that is actually the downside to appearing actually on the live stream. So yeah, I'm just completely down with that. Awesome.
Fantastic. Okay. Killing this one off now, Clive. Thank you so much. Remember, man cannot live on Google Ads alone. Like, subscribe, tell your friends to another chat. We're going to be on Archie Luxury channel with the Suckerhorn. Thank you.